So this is day 2. Yesterday, just to go over what we learned yesterday, we talked about using a viewfinder to establish the composition in order to assist in taking three-dimensional object and making it into something that we represent on the two-dimensional picture plane. And we also did thumbnail sketches. We did a series of thumbnail sketches to practice composition. So that's what we started with yesterday. And I showed all of you guys how to use the viewfinder with your arm fully extended, one eye closed, the typical artist stance. Correct? So when I look at you and I see the shape in the viewfinder, I can see where the top of the page is going to be, where the bottom, where the edges, where your forehead hits the top center of the viewfinder. Those are the things that will help you, that you guys are going to learn to use when you use the viewfinder. When we talked yesterday, we talked about cutting strips of paper like this. All you got to do is cut some strips of paper and either staple them or tape them in the corner, make two L shapes like this, and you can make your own viewfinder. Thank you. Alright, so you can make your own viewfinder. It doesn't have to cost anything. And you can also do this. You guys have seen artists in the field doing this. I wanted to go over what we talked about yesterday. What you're trying to establish are the edges of the picture to make a composition. So we made a series of thumbnail sketches to decide where the object was going to go, different ideas for placement. And that's what composition is, where you place your subject, how big it is, how small it is, how far away it is. So the next thing I'd like to talk about in terms of composition and edges and placement of the object is the shapes around your subject. When you look at the shapes that aren't your subject but that are around the subject, helps you to draw it realistically, and that's called negative space. The positive space is the subject, the negative space is the space around the subject. So this is an awesome book, one of my favorite teaching books ever, that I was able to borrow from Mr. Lamar, called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. If you guys want to go over any of these things and I'm not around, this is the book, okay? And teaches all these tools for you guys to be able to draw realistically. So this is showing, this is the object, the vase is the object. The black is the shape around the object. You learn, if you can draw the shape around the object, you get the object correct. So that's the idea of positive and negative space, really important. So when you draw and you practice this in your drawing, you guys will understand it. And we're going to practice. Practice is what makes an artist. Hours and hours and hours of practice. Here's another example. This drawing of the hand. That's the shape of the hand. That's the positive space. This is the negative space, the shape all around the hand. And when you use the viewfinder, you see those edges. Okay? Kind of like looking through a camera, but you're not looking through a camera. You're going to draw it. So there's one other exercise in here that's really an interesting, like a brain teaser to try, you guys. It's called Vases, Faces. You'll see it online. All art students do this. One side, it looks like a vase, right? In the center? Or is it faces? Which one is it? The faces make up the edges of the vase. So if you can draw this, you draw this, each edge, each change of direction of the line is what you're looking at in the face, to get the face to be realistic. The change of direction of how long the line is.
It's recording you.
Yeah. So that is how you get this to look exactly real. And then you flip it. So that's something I'd like for you guys to practice on today. Okay? And you guys learn these skills and you'll be able to put them together and be able to draw like real people. So we're starting with from life, not from a photograph. Draw like realistically from three-dimensional to two-dimensional. So I'd like for you guys to work on this project, the Vases Faces. And also, if you haven't, done the thumbnail sketches, keep doing these, okay? That's the start of composition. Very simple, very quick, simple sketches are what thumbnail sketches are. And that's what we're going to do today. So that's enough